Hi, second graders. If you're here, you're doing the independent assignment. And today we are going to take our poem, our rhythm poem, Sunflower Daisy, and we're going to put it into our music lines booklet. Okay? Now, a couple of weeks ago, we did this poem, and we converted each word into a musical note. For this assignment, we are looking at quarter notes, eighth note pairs, and then the quarter rest. Now, if you had a word with one sound, or what we call one syllable, like sun, then you used a quarter note. If the word had two syllables or two sounds to it, like flower, it got an eighth note pair. And the same with daisy. If there was nothing underneath or above the line, if there was nothing, then it was a quarter rest. Okay? So what we're going to do is that we're going to do the first line, and then I'm going to have you do the second line on your own. And then if you want to compose the rest, you can do that as well. So we're going to do the first line together. You're going to do the second line, and then you're going to turn that in for your assignment. Okay? So let's get to doing the first line. So we have sunflower daisy. Now, the extra thing that I want you to do is I want you to write a dot underneath each word. So you have sun, so if it's one syllable, just put one dot. Under flower, put two dots, so that you can know that you need an eighth note pair for that word. And then for daisy, you do the same. And then this will give you the practice in writing out your quarter notes. Remember, the way I write my quarter note, I write my quarter rests, that is like a sideways W with a little flare at the end. Okay, now get out your lined paper, staff lined paper, and you're going to write the word sun. Leave some room because you're going to write the number of beats underneath the quarter note that you're going to put on the staff line. Put a dot underneath sun. Then you know that you need to put a quarter note. So there are 5 lines on a staff, and we count our staff lines from the bottom, going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to write our notes on the second line, which is the second line from the bottom, right here. Write or draw a medium note. Color it in, because that's the way quarter notes are. And then draw a stem going up all the way, almost up to the 5th line, but it doesn't quite touch the 5th line. Then you're going to write a 1 underneath the staff lines, symbolizing 1 beat. Okay, so let's do the word flower. Write out the word flower. Put the 2 dots underneath, symbolizing the 2 syllables of that word. Just like that. Then you know that you have to write an eighth note pair, because at the bottom of the page is telling us these are the notes that we're going to use for this poem. Okay? So you draw an eighth note pair, and we're going to do it on the second line. Okay? Draw two medium circles, color them in. Draw your stems going all the way up, almost to the fifth line, and then you're going to beam them. Okay? So, here are the two notes of the eighth note pair. Here are stems, and then we beam it. And we're going to put one in. That's how we would count the eighth note pair. Okay? Eventually we'll get to the point where we are going to learn about meter signatures, and we would count all of our notes out differently. All right? But for right now, every time you see an eighth note pair, you just write one in, a quarter note, one, denoting the number of beats of every note. Okay, then we have daisy. Write out the word daisy. Let me show you that. Daisy, then put the two dots. And if you want to work a little faster, put the eighth note pair. Okay? Write daisy, put your two dots underneath, draw medium-sized eighth note pairs, color them in, beam them, and write one and. Okay? Knowing that an eighth note pair are a half beat each. An eighth note pair are half notes each. Okay? Last, we need to put a quarter rest. So, on our paper, we just have a line with no words, and then our quarter rest. So let's do that. Just draw a line, draw a quarter rest, sideways W, and there's nothing to put underneath. And that's the first line. So what you're going to do is that you're going to finish your song or finish the poem, and you're going to do the second line. Lily, tulip, rose. I will give you a little help. Lily has two sounds, so you're going to put two dots under lily. And then that goes on your lined paper, your staff lined paper. Finish up the rest. Put that here on your staff lined paper. You can write a title. How about we write our title, Garden Song. Garden Song will be the name or the title of your song that goes along with the title right here. Finish the second line, turn it in, and that's the independent assignment for this week. Okay? Have a great day. I look forward to seeing your work.